Hello everyone. So today I wanted to talk about a 1 week challenge, right? And the reason why I'm doing this challenge is because in the last last Saturday, right? I just became moody, very angry, very pissed off for no apparent reason. And that went into like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And for me, I'm very particular about those things because for me, state of mind is very important. It's deeper. The way I see it is deeper than just keeping fit or eating right. I'm very, very particular about my total well-being. So my state of mind at every point in time is very important to me because it affects, when you're in a good state of mind, it affects the way you create. It affects the way you make money. It affects the way you interact with other people. It also affects the way you feel about yourself. So I'm very, very particular about that. And normally when I'm in that mood, I would normally go running or something, because obviously jogging releases endorphins, happy hormones and stuff. So but I didn't do that. So I was really particular, right? And like I said, I didn't go to work out or anything. So I put myself on this challenge, and I just thought, why not share with other people? Because based on the reality and everything that is going on, do you understand? Inflation everywhere, and a lot of people are worried. A lot of people don't feel good about the state of things. A lot of people are thinking, a lot of people, their state of mind is not really up to par. So I just thought, let me put this together and share it with other people. So it's what I do, it's what I use, and it's absolutely effective. Like I said, it's not just about eating right and having your body fit and your body right. Total well-being is very important because obviously it affects your health, it prevents diseases and all that. So I'm going to talk about 3 things you can do that can absolutely change your life. They're very simple things, very mundane things, even though when you start doing it, it doesn't seem as simple, but to improve your total well-being as a package, aside from your working out or your eating right. So even when you're not working out, or even when you're not eating right as you should, your state of well-being is still up to par. So the very first thing to do is practice gratitude. And I know that this seems easy. Like I said, it's a 1 week challenge. So it seems like, oh yeah, but I do it all the time. But okay, let's really talk about it. So practice gratitude, which means, and here's how it works. As soon as you wake up in the morning, before you put your feet on the ground, you have to say thank you. It's not just about going through the motions. It's actually feeling gratitude. If you're not sure what to be grateful for, be grateful you woke up and you're able to put your feet on the ground to walk, right? So before you put your feet on the ground, you have to say thank you. Be grateful for that. And as you go about your day, think about all the things, everything possible in your life, and keep saying thank you. As you touch your toothbrush, as you go to take your shower, as you just keep saying thank you, as you have your breakfast. There's so many people out there that have nothing to eat. Just keep saying thank you. Now, you have to be grateful for even the things you're not so happy about. Let me give you an example. For instance, you get to your car and for whatever reason your car is not working, and it seems like a bad thing, but just say thank you. In all situations, we have to give thanks. Just say thank you, because you don't know what could have happened if you're driving that day. God forbid, it could have been an accident. God forbid, it could be whatever it is. You understand? Just keep saying thank you for what you know, what you don't know. Just say thank you about it, and keep moving on. Now, you also have to practice. Like I said, it's 1 week challenge. Once you start, it seems like it's nothing, but it really is something. You have to be grateful for the people around you, even the ones you don't like, because and the way to practice gratitude towards the people around you, keep saying your please and thank you. If you want someone to do something for you, could you please help me do it? When they do it for you, you say thank you. Genuinely compliment people. Do you understand? If you don't like their shoes, don't say it out of sarcasm. If it's a dress you like, oh, you look beautiful, I love your dress, oh, your hair is lovely, this is that. Just keep being appreciative for the people around you. Do you know why? Because they might seem insignificant to you, but everybody in your life is either in your life for a reason, a season, or a lesson. If it's a reason, eventually you find out the reason why they're there in your life. If it's a season, be grateful for them, because so that you don't miss that opportunity. Or you know how sometimes you're like, oh, I haven't seen this person in ages, I just saw them for a short time and I didn't see them again. They were in your life for a season, and just so that you don't miss that opportunity, you have to be grateful for that season. So you have to say thank you. Or they're in your life for a lesson. I mean, a good example is maybe somebody that has done you really dirty. Maybe a friend stole your spouse, stole your job, it doesn't have to be stealing, it could be anything, but maybe they did you dirty. Now the thing is, you're supposed to learn the lesson from that. And what happens in life is, for as long as you don't learn that lesson, you will keep getting the same situation over and over again. It would be different people, different names, different faces, but the same behavior. It will keep happening to you until you learn that lesson, and then you can close out that cycle and move in from it. So you always have to be grateful. So if they're there and you feel like, oh, this person has done me dirty, I will hate them, I will never, be grateful for them, because what they're there to do in your life is to teach you a lesson which you're supposed to learn. So that, you know, there's a saying that says, he said in my local dialect, boss, but let me rephrase it in English. It says something like, you haven't suffered and you claim to be wise. Who taught you wisdom? That sort of thing. Do you understand? So whilst they are teaching you a lesson, it's a lesson. Whilst they are doing you dirty, it's a lesson to be wise. Does that make any sense? So it's teaching you to be wise. It's teaching you. Do you understand? So what you have to do is learn the lesson, close out that cycle, and move on from it. So the very next thing you can do is learn to practice silence. This includes listening more without speaking. When people are speaking to you, try to listen more as opposed to giving your opinion. This also includes, what you can do in this instance is, if it's possible, take an hour to yourself of complete silence, not speaking. I'm not talking about cleaning, I'm not talking about watching TV or listening to music or sitting down with social media. Absolutely not. Sit down with your thoughts. Now this can be difficult for a lot of people, because people don't like to sit down with their thoughts. People don't like to just sit and do nothing. You have to. It's a way of practicing silence. And if you can, jot down your thoughts in those moments. It may seem mundane, it may seem like nothing, but jot down your thoughts. This also includes less talk time on the phone. For a week, less talk time on the phone. If you can, limit it to 20 minutes on the phone, and except it's an emergency or it's work or it's something you have to do. If you can, I'm talking about gisting time and just chilling out with your friends and just talking. Limit your talk time to about 20 minutes. And when you do that, try not to put your phone to your ears. If you can put it on speaker, even better. You know, you can use your headphones, but if you can put it on speaker, even better, because I tend to use headphones all day and it's really bad for you. With the cell phone thing is really important, because as humans, you know, the human body absorbs energy from devices like the phone that emits radio frequency radiation, and that's really bad for you. After a long period of time, it can cause loss of hearing. Do you understand? And you know, it's just really bad for you. So as much as possible, try to stay away from that. If it's possible, cut down your social media time to an hour. If it's possible, try not to watch TV, except you have your TV on and it's like the news, so you can keep up to date with current affairs and stuff. That's different. But to just, or you've been working out and you just want to veg out for like a day or two in front of TV, that's different. If that's not the case, try not to watch TV till like maybe evening, and then you can watch the news or whatever it is. So cut down your TV time, cut down your talk time on the phone, cut down especially your social media time, your screen time. Very important. If it's possible, cut it down, and rather go for a walk, rather listen to music. Do you understand? Do alternative things, you know. But if you can, if it's possible, in an hour, try to stay to yourself for just an hour. Absolute silence. You know, there's a religion like Buddhists, they practice vow of silence. There was this movie I watched, Eat Pray Love, and there was a place you could go and you would have a tag. They would give you a tag and it says I'm in silence, and all you have to do is just go there and just sit down with your thoughts by yourself. It is very healthy for you. It gives your brain a good rest. Like I always say, the brightest ideas are conceived in silence. You know, there's also it's called like the Quaker service or something. It's like a church service where people, it's called the Quakers or something, where people come together and they don't pray, they don't sing, they don't do anything. They just sit down in silence, hoping to hear this voice of the Holy Spirit. So it's really good for you. The final one is to monitor your thoughts. Now, How does this work? This seems like actually the most difficult amongst everything, but you have to be aware, you have to be mindful of what you're thinking about. Reason being, whatever it is you focus on, you get more of it. So for instance, if people are talking about inflation and everything and you focus on it, it's what you get more of. I'm sorry, it's just how it works. See, if you know anything about Mother Teresa, she's really popular, you can look her up. So Mother Teresa said nobody should invite her to like anti-terrorist rally. If you have a pro-peace rally, invite her, but nobody should invite her to an anti-terrorist rally. Why? Because what you're focusing on is terrorism. Whether it's anti or pro, you're focused on terrorism. You keep getting more of it. So she said, don't invite me to any anti-terrorist rally. Do you understand? If you have a pro-peace rally, then invite me, because what that rally is focused on is peace. So whatever it is you focus on, you get more of it. Now, you can, like I said, monitoring your thoughts, it seems like the most difficult thing, but you should not. It's only a week. Do not entertain any negative thoughts. Even when you're thinking about something you don't like, you have to banish that thought like straight away. Don't entertain any negative thoughts. If you look into your bank account and it's not the figures you want to see, what you can do is pick up your checkbook or anything you can write on. Pick up your checkbook and write the figure you would like to see and paste it where you want to see. Now, it has to be something realistic that you're not looking at it and laughing at yourself like, yeah, right. Do you understand? No, it has to be something realistic, what you would like to see. If what would make you happy is to drive that luxury car, get a picture of it and save it on your screensaver so that every time you turn on your phone is the first thing you see. It would make you smile. If it's a watch, if it's that hair, if it's whatever it is that you want, save it in places that you would see it very often and it would make you smile. If it's a particular body weight, do you understand? And like me, you haven't worked out in forever because I can already feel myself piling on the weight again. Seriously, I haven't worked out in like forever, so, and I'm not proud of it. I need to get back into that. It would take me a minute, but once I get into it, do you understand? So if you're anything like me, put your desired body weight, save it and put it where you normally see, so you keep looking at it. The more you look at it, the more you tell yourself, your mind tells you to do something about it, if that makes any sense. So as opposed to being sad, banish every negative thought and try as much as possible to focus on the things you want to see. Just for a week, focus on what you want to see. When people are talking about, oh, the country is bad, inflation, acknowledge it. I'm not saying live in la la land. No, that's not what I'm saying. Acknowledge it, but don't indulge in it, because whatever it is you indulge in, you get more of it. You're not pushing it away. You're going to get more of it. If you go to a restaurant, for instance, if you go somewhere and there's a long queue and you're complaining about the queue and you're pushing and you're like, oh my God, I can't do this, I can't do that. Funny enough, what would happen is you will keep getting more of that until you change that mindset, until you change your mood. You will keep getting more of that. So you'll probably go to another place and you see another long queue. Then you go to another place and maybe it's not a queue, maybe the place is locked. You will keep getting more of those negative things. So when you're pushing it, when you're pushing against it, you're not pushing it away. What you're doing is creating more of it. So focus for a whole week on the things you would like to see, not anybody else. And what this challenge will do is help you focus, put the focus back on yourself, as opposed to what's another person doing, what's that person thinking about, what's that person wearing, what's that person this. It keeps the focus back on